Welcome to the Mundus Fractura Lore Guide. This week on Lore Guide, we will take a look at why and how green residuum is used in the production of magical items. As was mentioned way back in our third Lore Guide, green residuum has become an intricate part of the fabrication of magical items on Mundus. I will set aside all of the, what I call, woo uses. The hokey, pseudo-scientific ways in which the crystal is utilized will hold no place here. Such practices are countless, the efficacy dubious, non-verifiable, or repeatable. With that out of the way, let's just dive into the hard science, the nuts and bolts of it all. Firstly, residuum can often be used as a surrogate for expensive spell components or rare materials needed in item creation. Using residuum in place of these components can lower the overall cost of crafting magical items. Often, the substitution will require the crystal to be magically or psionically primed in some manner before use. This makes green residuum substitution impractical for combat powers, but highly cost-effective in the workshop. Additionally, the substance significantly reduces the time required to enchant items. By integrating residuum into the crafting process, crafters might halve or even quarter the standard crafting duration. There are many points of the fabrication process in which the crystal may be introduced. It's not uncommon for the green, as it is sometimes referred to be included as an additive to metals in the smelting process, which allows the resulting materials to absorb future enchantments with ease. As with residuum's use as surrogate components, incorporation into base materials as a catalyst does often require that it be magically or psionically primed before use. Advanced enchanters and craftspeople will often embed primed green residuum into their tools, crafting benches, anvils, crucibles, or even full workspaces to harness its properties more effectively. Such integration has been found to stabilize the enchantment process, reduce risks, and enhance the potency of the resulting magical items. It should be noted that the great archives of Mundus provide little information on the aforenoted priming processes. There seems to be a wide array of priming types, countless variations for the near unlimited number of items that can be produced. The knowledge is a carefully guarded bit of lore, zealously guarded by the master smiths, crafters, and fabrication cartels of the world. For all of the green's benefits, there are still a number of hazards in the substance's use. I should be clear, these are dangers in addition to the primary hazards discussed back in Lore Guide Episode 3. Those risks including things such as mutations, exposure to toxins, and the dangers involved in storing large quantities of the crystal. There are other unique considerations to take into account before using the material. When too much green residuum is used in substitution for other, more expensive enchanting components, resulting creations have a tendency to become glitchy, shall we say. There is a well-known budget fabrication house which operates out of Deep Isla, Bear and Ringer, which is well known for its shockingly inexpensive weapons, armors, and items. However, their fabrications are also well known for a poor build quality and a tendency to either fail to perform or not perform as expected. Flame-burst long swords that occasionally blast cold magics, gloves of storing that might instead transform their contents into porridge, or even magical armors that possibly, occasionally maybe, magnify incoming damage in place of defending from it. For crafters, the primed version of the material is known to have a risk of causing a slow and very incurable mental degradation, which in essence de-ages the afflicted mind. Lastly, I did happen to come across a note in one of the many crafting journals in the great archives from the acclaimed hydromancer Penarole. The The note seems to indicate that the hydromancer suspected that the substance may cause an acute sensitivity to darkness. I must be honest, the note was quite cryptic, and I may be reaching a bit with my presentation of its meaning. I am, however, intrigued, and should I be fortunate enough to learn more in the future, I will be sure to present those findings here, along with any secrets I learn about the various priming processes. But unfortunately, that is all for this time. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for future lore guides, and thank you for listening. Goodbye for now.